Horizon Forbidden West was without a doubt the biggest new game Sony unveiled at the PS5 event. As the sequel to one of the best and most unique new properties Sony has made in years, this is a game that people have been looking forward to for a while. And though we didn't see an awful lot of Forbidden West, what we did see looked promising. Since then, Sony has released a few more details on the upcoming PS5 exclusive, and in this feature, we'll be going over the 10 biggest things we know about the game. So, without further ado, let's get started. Title. As anyone who's played Horizon Zero Dawn would tell you, its subtitle had a very specific meaning, and made perfect sense within its story's context. It seems Guerrilla are doing something similar with the sequel as well. As per game director Matthias Diorn, Forbidden West refers to a new frontier, new for Aloy and her post-apocalyptic world, at least, stretching from Utah all the way to the Pacific Ocean, which is a pretty vast swath of land. Of course, those familiar with Zero Dawn's lore will know that Forbidden West is a term brought up in the first game themselves, with the Karja tribe referring to all of the uncharted lands west of a location called the Daunt, the Forbidden West. Known for its mysterious nature and the danger that it possesses, the Karja believe this land to be a forbidden place, as the name implies, and believe that no one who enters it ever returns. Story details. Zero Dawn's complex narrative was one of its biggest strengths, so there's quite a bit of excitement about how the story in Forbidden West will play out, and while there's plenty we don't know, some interesting details have been revealed. For instance, we do know that the biggest threat facing the world in the sequel is an unknown, mysterious disaster that's affecting the biosphere. What's described as a red blight is infecting the land, which is causing animals, the real ones, not the machine kind, to die, plants to rot in the ground, and more notably, massive and foreboding supercell storms are popping up as well, flooding many of the areas. All of this is, of course, affecting the remnants of the human population as well. What's causing it? Well, who knows? The destruction of the biosphere was a major threat in Zero Dawn as well, brought about by the self-replicating Pharaoh machines, and it was something that Hades wanted to reinitiate. Clearly, Forbidden West's collapsing biosphere is related to that. How the two are related remains to be seen. Tribes. Though uncovering the mysteries of the distant past was obviously the best part of Zero Dawn's story, present-day post-apocalyptic conflict between different tribes also played a huge role, and tribes will continue to be a large presence in Forbidden West. Aloy will once again come across tribes that are both friendly and hostile. One of these, curiously enough, has gained the ability to somehow corrupt machines and bring them under their control in order to use them for warfare. Sound familiar? The Shadow Karja, under Eclipse leadership, used to have similar abilities to corrupt machines in Zero Dawn, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any connective tissue between the two, or if it's just a large coincidence. Probably the former though, right? Sylens. The enigmatic and mysterious Sylens was a big wildcard in Zero Dawn's story. Though he was willing to help out Aloy throughout much of her quest, his motivations and intentions were completely murky. He will, of course, make a return in Forbidden West, but it seems like he's up to no good. We have only seen him briefly in the game's reveal trailer, but it seems like he's working with the aforementioned tribe that has learned to corrupt and control machines. Is it possible that they got that power thanks to Sylens, who used the knowledge he gained from helping Aloy fight against the Eclipse? Well, quite possible, especially since he himself was the original founder of the Eclipse. Larger world. Like any sequel worth its salt, Forbidden West will be bigger than Zero Dawn, which of course means a bigger world for players to explore. And according to the game director, that world will benefit from more powerful hardware of the PS5. He talked about how Forbidden West's open world will be larger, more vibrant, and more immersive, while also promising that the PS5's SSD will mean that there will be no loading screens in the game. More specifically, he has brought up the example of fast traveling, which should be instantaneous now. New environments. Forbidden West's world will not only be larger than the first game's world, it will also be more diverse. With Aloy entering a completely new part of the United States, or what used to be the United States at least, she will be encountering all new biomes, from deserts and beaches to ruins of new cities and more. Underwater traversal, notably enough, has also been confirmed, and it seems underwater exploration, and possibly combat, will be emphasized. Like Zero Dawn, we can also expect to see notable landmarks of the real world showing up in Forbidden West, in their ruined and post-apocalyptic forms, of course. We've seen some of these already. The Golden Gate Bridge's overgrown remains are seen in the trailer, and the same is true for the Transamerica Pyramid. San Francisco's ferry building can also be spotted, though that seems to be underwater, leading to the assumption that a large part of San Francisco is going to be submerged in Forbidden West. Machines. Of course, the machines are the star of the show in Horizon, and that will be as true in Forbidden West as it was in Zero Dawn. In Zero Dawn, the Carja believed the Forbidden West area to be a land full of new and dangerous machines, and we will be coming across many of these in the upcoming PS5 title, though we can probably expect to see a lot of familiar ones from the first game as well. Snapmaws, at the very least, are confirmed. Guerrilla are promising dozens of new machines, so let's talk about those for a bit, shall we? New machines. Of the many new machines Horizon Forbidden West will be introducing, a few have already been shown. There's the massive turtle-like shell snappers, with overgrown foliage on their shells, which are described as guardians of the shores and swamps. There are the bird-like sunwings, who patrol the skies and seem to have solar panels on their wings, interestingly enough. And then there's the third, and perhaps the most interesting machine of them all. Tremortusk. Just as the T-Rex-like Thunderjaw was the most recognizable machine from Zero Dawn, it seems the Tremortusk is going to occupy that role of flagship machine for Forbidden West. It's essentially a woolly mammoth, but in machine form. It's a machiny mammoth. It has numerous weapons, 4 tusks, excessive armor plating, and it is absolutely massive. Not only can they be encountered in the wild, where they already pose a huge threat, they can also be controlled by tribes, when they become even more dangerous. We can't wait to come up against and take one of these bad boys down single-handedly, Legolas style. Launch. Though Sony did not reveal a release date for Horizon Forbidden West at the PS5 reveal event, they have since confirmed a rough release window that they are targeting for the game, 2021. Is it possible that the game will be out within the first quarter of the year just like Zero Dawn did in 2017? Well, that's the hope, but if we had to bet, we'd say a release in the second half of 2021 looks more likely. We just hope the game doesn't get delayed out of the year entirely. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.